Welcome to DIY for Homeowners by Mother-Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki.
And today we're going to show you how we made
this DIY PVC gate.
A year and a half ago, I adopted this little girl right here, my little Greyhound Mac. I needed to come up with a quick solution to kind of fence in my backyard, and I did that, but now it's time for a more permanent solution.
Well, she finally came up with a decision on how to make this temporary fencing, which included this really cool PVC gate. So that's what we're going to show you right now.
Let's get started. You want to show how it's done?
Yeah.
Oh no, she got out. Here's a look at some of the materials we'll be using. We'll have a link to all of them on our website. The PVC pipe we're using for the frame is 1 inch, which means it can be cut with a PVC cutter, although it could also be cut with a miter saw. We made all our measurements and cut the PVC pipe. We found a dry eraser marker worked best for marking it, and it easily wiped off after we made the cut. We found it easy to clamp the pipe in a bench vise to hold it while we are cutting. We laid out the gate on the floor and started to assemble. The purple connectors served 2 purposes. 1, it added some visual interest, and 2, it allowed us to buy less material as we could utilize the shorter pieces. Once we got everything in place, we tested it out to see if Matt could get through the openings. She couldn't, and we were successful. Next, we headed out to the current gate solution, which was the old partition that used to be in front of my trash cans. We removed it and tested out the fit of the new gate. As we looked at the gate, we realized it needed a little something more, and since we love the look of various sizes of PVC pipe, we decided, what the heck, let's do it again. So here we are. We cut various pieces of PVC on the miter saw or using the ratcheting PVC cutter. We attached all the pieces with construction adhesive, which we found to be the best solution after trying PVC glue in our last project. We'll link to our previous videos if you want to take a closer look at this process. Once that was all dry, we spray painted these 2 sections with glossy spray paint. This will help protect the PVC from yellowing over time and getting brittle. Here, Mom is attaching the sections to the frame. She used scrap paper to mark where the pipes would touch the frame. The 3 bars in the middle can slide, but we wanted them to stay in place, so we're using stainless steel screws to keep them in place. And this part will be the backside of the gate. In hindsight, we don't think this next step is necessary. We mixed up some rapid set concrete and poured it down into the side pipes to add a little strength and structure to the PVC. Then we went back outside and dug a hole for the posts and got it into the ground about 2 feet deep. Then we used rapid set concrete to secure it in place, which cures in about an hour. We got the right posts in place and leveled them out. At this point, we realized we needed more support for the hinge side of the gate, so here I found a combination of things to make a larger hole. This is an inexpensive auger bit for a drill, which I used to break up the dirt. I also had a more substantial auger bit that I used to continue to break up the hard dirt. And again, remove the dirt with the post hole digger. Here we added a garden post that we spray painted white, and we put that right next to the PVC pipe hinges, and again we're using rapid set concrete to set them both into place. Once that's set up, we added some dirt to the top. The post was a little tall, so we cut it to the same length as the PVC pipe using a reciprocating saw. To secure the 2 together, we use L brackets. With that done, we tested it out. We brought Mac out and it opened nicely, but the pipe on the left was a little too far over and we felt it looked a little out of balance with the wood post on the right side. So we dug it out. It was not too challenging as we didn't put too much concrete on this side. I dug the hole out a little bit more to add the garden post, and we added a shorter stainless steel gate latch, and then we secured the post with concrete. Lastly, we added some new pea gravel around the gate and done. In the few days that this has been installed, I already love it. Matt can look out and see the world, but is safe and secure behind the gate. It's also super convenient to open and close the gate when I need to go from the backyard to the front yard. And you know, it just looks cool and it makes me happy. What we learned. Now the PVC that we use for the majority of this is actually furniture grade PVC pipe, and we've been wanting to use it for a while on a project now to try out, and it's actually UV resistant, and the nice thing is it doesn't come with any words or anything on it, so you don't have to clean it up, and it also comes in fun colors as you see with the purple here. It is more expensive than the PVC you normally find in the plumbing section of the hardware store, but it seems like it might be worth it, and we'll be able to tell over time how it holds up to the harsh weather here in Florida.
Now this entire project hinged on these hinges. When Steph was looking for a way to make this gate actually go back and forth, and she found these hinges, and they come in two sizes, 3/4 and 1 inch, and we used the larger of the sizes, and it was an absolute perfect solution for this.
I have a greyhound, and she is not a really crazy active dog, as people might misassume. They do like to run about 30 seconds at a time in a circle, but that's pretty much it. And then she's pretty lazy, so she's not been trying to get out of this. She doesn't jump, none of that. So really know your dog. If you're building this for your dog, your kid, or anything like that, you got to know who you're making it for. And so this might not be a solution in your case, but for mine, it worked perfect. Also, she's never left alone in the backyard, so I always have eyes on her, because that's greyhounds. They want to be with their people, and I'm her people.
I'm her people too.
You are her people. She does have a good amount of people.
Yeah, she does. The nice thing about this gate, because we DIY'd it, that if something goes wrong with it, we know exactly how to fix it because we know how to put together. And another thing, when Steph sells this house, if she wants to take this with her, we know how much cement's in the ground, and we know how we would be able to get it out, so she can take it right with her.
Exactly. So if you want to support us, please give us a big thumbs up on this video, and let us know in the comments what you think of this. If there's any projects you want to see us do in the future, let us know. All right, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Bye. Air high five. Boop.
A PVC pipe gate.
Now, you can't see her.
Yeah.
Come here, girl. Come here, girl. Hey, you sweet girl. You sweet girl. So the PVC gate is done.
Yes, finally.
I feel like it's been like 3 months.
Yeah, every once in a while we have a project that just goes forever.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't really have any really real technical issues with it, it was just stuff that came up.
Well, we weren't going to do the side.
No,
cut
we weren't
pieces
going
on
to
the
do
side.
that. We weren't going to do the cut pieces.
So after, we were like, oh, this is going to be quick. And so after we got the frame done, then I was like, I don't know if it's cute enough. It looks like PVC pipe, and I don't want it to look like that. And so that did put like a damper on it. And then
but I like that we decided to do that. Although it is, not gonna lie, a lot of work to do that.
Yeah, we've done it 3 times now.
It always is a lot of work.
Yeah.
But, the results I think are spectacular.
I know.
I just really like the way it looks. Wish there was a little more streamlined way of doing that, but there's not. But we learn every time we do it.
Yeah, we learn something new.
Except we did learn something. You want to talk about that?
So midway through, I was trying to come up with a jig to hold the PVC pipe in place so we can cut smaller pieces
On the miter saw.
And one of the pieces shattered, and I was wearing eye protection, but it still went everywhere. The pieces went everywhere. We have footage of it because we were filming it, but it doesn't even look as massive as it was. And that kind of
that was it.
Gave me some trigger shock, and I was like, okay, no more trying to cut shorter pieces. When you cut the longer pieces, it's not an issue, but when you try to get to the shorter pieces.
But one of the things that I actually did a lot of the cutting on this particular project, and every single time you cut, you have to be so mindful. Of course, wear all the personal protection gear, which is harder to find these days. Yeah. But you have to, when you cut that PVC, let that blade come to a complete stop before you make any movement. Because I had just a couple that, flung because, I lifted it too soon. Yeah. So it's just, it's a warning. You need to do that. Every single time you cut, you have to be mindful of what you're doing.
So this took us about 3 months, and one big thing that happened in the middle of this is Mac got injured.
That's right.
The little puppy. So Mac was playing at my neighbor's house, who also has a greyhound, and they were playing together, and Mac knocked into the tree, and she basically scalped
her skin right on her shoulder.
Greyhound's skin is really, really thin, and so it just kind of made a hole in her skin, and she had to be put under and had to have it stitched back, and it really took a big emotional toll on us and kind of took us out of what we were doing. So that kind of put a damper, because we were in the middle of the PVC gate, and so that put a damper on that. She is doing super well. We actually mom made her a t-shirt. So you may see it in some of this footage. Yes. Mom made her a t-shirt to keep her from licking the stitches because the cone just wasn't working for her. So that kind of became a whole other thing. It was like
that's a job in itself, just to keep your dog from licking the wound.
Yeah.
I mean, we had to keep it super clean.
Yeah.
And the vet actually told us not to use the little flannel shirt that we had made, but it actually ended up being the best thing for her. It kept the fabric away from the wound, and she didn't lick it. She didn't mess with it. So for a greyhound, it was perfect.
Yeah. So, and then there was this other thing. So right now we are, the world has changed right now. We're in the middle of March. It's March. Today is March 23rd. And so if you are watching this when we release it, then you'll know that,
the world is in the middle of a pandemic. Yeah,
we're in a pandemic right now. And so we actually, it's been tough. We won't get too big into it, but we are both doing well. We are following all the recommendations for staying safe. But so we finished this basically last week when everything started changing and shutting down. Yeah. So this is actually it got us outside. It got us got us stop thinking and overwatching the news. So that's something I love about DIY. DIY is something physical, something you can do to get out of
your head,
out of the scary. So as much as this took us 3 months, it's kind of let's get done with it. I'm so glad we had it on the docket ready to go.
Hold on.
What? Did you get the mosquito?
I did not.
Oh my gosh.
It's Florida. It's mosquito season.
Yeah, there's been a mosquito in here.
It's mosquito season, and it is pollen season.
Yeah. Yeah, so that also was so now we get to the fun new thing is, do I have allergies or do I have the virus?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
So
we had so much pollen yesterday, it looked like rain. I wish we could have photographed it.
I have a little bit, so I'll put it in and
but
see.
Literally a rain of pollen. It was incredible.
Yeah.
I don't remember ever
not that bad,
quite this bad, but
yeah. So as much as this project's taken a while, I'm really glad we had it ready to go. We had it to do and to focus on, and we've actually had beautiful weather.
Yes, it's been great to be.
Yeah.
It's been nice to be outside.
Yeah.
And we've been sitting on Steph's porch and having lunch. We normally go out for lunch every day, just because it's a nice break in the day. So that's been different in our routine. So now we're cooking at home and sitting on the porch, and it's quite lovely, actually.
Yeah. And I'm just glad. I'm glad we have projects to do because it's a great distraction, and this is a great time to get home projects done. So,
and a tip, if they're, Home Depot is still open as of today.
In Florida.
They have changed their hours, and if you're concerned about actually wandering the store and picking up things, you can do online ordering, and then you can go directly to the service desk, and they have all your stuff ready to go, and you pick it up and out the door you go. And we've actually done that three times already in the time that we've been sort of on lockdown. So it's a great way to do that and still get your projects done.
Yes. But we're still working on projects. We're going to still post projects and share what we're doing with you guys. And thank you for joining us on this video and in this epilogue. And don't touch your face.
Don't touch your face. Wash your hands. Bye.
I think we spilled enough tea.
We did, yes.